Go live.
Woo 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 woo
Go live.
woo woo.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Woo. Minimize. Camera.
There we are. Oh, my audio's wrong. There we go. Boop beep boop 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 beep boop boop.
That down. Turn that up. Perfect.
Swag money.
Kick the bandit. Woohoo. The Rybot. Good evening.
Oh, whoops. Get them all miscombobulated, discombobulated, schmishcombobulated.
Candy Creations. Hi there, folks. Aaron Ferguson. Hey, Nick and Jay. Diotinara. Hey, folks.
Hey, I'm a folk.
Mm-hmm.
I usually use my Mac to push out the Discord notification, but I have to use my PC. Oops. I know, how crazy. Yes, I do have 2 computers. I am rich. Just want to put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I am, I have a really nice monitor, so I can use both my computers at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Little picture-in-picture action. Pretty awesome.
That paint pot is closed by itself. It's
Wanna brag.
disobeying me.
That was that. I sent that out like 2 minutes ago. Dancing of Doom. Hello, Jay and Nick. How's your horrendous night? It
Good.
is horrendous. Dancing of Doom. I have a single computer with 2 monitors. Gotta have that gaming setup.
Nice.
I have a monitor. I have one monitor that's really big. Yep. I used to do a 2 monitor. I like the ultra wides though. That's my style now. VJ95. When will we have 3 Nicks? I have to give birth to the next Nick.
Mm-hmm.
I got a bun in the oven. Like, no, literally, like, I have a bun in the oven. It's, like, probably burning right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
It's like soup. If you just leave it simmering, it'll just get a little more tender. It'll be fine. That's how baking works, right?
Perfect. Yeah. Mr. Young CGC. What's the technique you use of rubbing the paint on your finger?
It does a few things. It'll take off excess paint from my brush because I don't want too much paint to flow onto the model at once. It also lets me check the consistency of the paints. So right there that's pretty much what I was doing actually. Is I wanted mostly water, a little bit of wash, and so I wiped it on my finger and then added more water until it was the consistency I wanted it to be. So that there'd be a nice gradient on the teeth without having to apply multiple layers. And it can also help reshape the brush tip. It does a lot of things.
Wow.
And it's also closer to me, so I don't have to physically go back to the palette. I've actually, sometimes even for tiny things, I will put like paint and water and medium on my finger and do the blending on my finger and then put it on directly on the model. It's like like when the dentist cleans your teeth and they wear that little finger thing that has the toothpaste on it.
Oh, you're supposed to wear it on your finger? My dentist uses something else. Awkward.
Chicken nugs tips. Do you guys like rap? Love rap.
Love rap. That is a classic EOB right there.
Mm-hmm. Oops, too much paint. Should have wiped it on my finger.
Mm-hmm.
Daily Doom also got good news. Finally got paid today. Time to wait 6 days for the Terminus Ultra bid to close so I can get it. Sweet.
Wonderful.
Aaron Ferguson, it's been a good while since we have seen one of these, but Git's tip. Since an Age of Sigmar, a single attack can kill multiple people. A Mangler Squid can easily kill entire squads of Stormcast or take out a hero. Ooh.
Ooh, love that. Gets tip. Exactly. That's how excited Jay is.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Howdy 91. Music is like candy. It's better without the rapper.
That's pretty good.
That is a pretty good one.
Oscar Maravio, greetings from Mexico. Those nopals are lit. Legendary kill streak after the inevitable Harlequin White Dwarf. Which faction are you most looking forward to having their being fully flushed out for kill team next?
Works.
Yeah, definitely works. I would love to see Kroot because they're probably in need of the most change. Yeah, really, they're good. Like, their rules are good, their models are good. It's just they don't have enough stuff. What's really interesting is actually they've come up with usually they've been pretty good at coming up with simple fixes that radically change things for the better. I remember when Custodes were way too powerful, people were speculating on all of these interesting changes they could make, and then all they did was they dropped them from 4 activations to 2 or to 3, and actually that fixed them pretty much perfectly. They're still a very good army, but they just aren't completely dominant. And a similar thing we've seen with the Space Marines. Everybody had tons and tons of ideas of really interesting and different things they could do to fix it, but they decided to just go with 1 extra body per team, and it seems to work. But I don't know if they're going to be able to come up with a really simple solution for the Kroots.
Yeah. It's rough. I mean, those guns are bad.
They're really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, a silent
Unless
sniper.
Sean, then they're really good. You gotta be Sean, though.
A silent sniper that's like 4 shots hitting on 4s, 3-3.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty amazing.
Melned Bernie, not gonna lie, I don't really build minis anymore, but a lot of Jay's painting techniques apply to Gundam models, luckily. Ooh, neat. Gundams are minis. They're not 1-to-1 scale.
Mm-hmm.
Frogdog, I'm waiting for my knobs in the mail.
Woo! Love a knob.
Jesu Chinferon, I'm about to finish a batch of 2 identical Orc Boys teams to serve as the house kill teams. Ooh, neat. That way the house always wins.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I thought House MD.
Oh, House MD is so good. I've been watching it. It's really... I haven't watched it since high school. It's a really good show.
Wow, you just so happen to be watching it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I just said House MD. I can't even...
I think I talked about it before now on stream.
Yeah, I didn't know that you were actively watching it still.
Oh, yeah. It's great. I love it.
Oh.
But, the really sad thing I didn't pick up on until this rewatch, but, so House is Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes, Gregory House. His best friend, his name is Wilson instead of Watson.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I didn't catch that before. Champ Styles.
He also has a limp.
He does have a limp.
House has a limp.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know. I don't know if you noticed. And a drug problem. I don't know if you noticed that part either. Not good. Vicodin.
Champ styles. We need new updated Vespids. Yeah, some new Vespids would be good. The old Vespids are resin, and so therefore they're annoying.
You know, we need a Grot kill team.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
David Steele, do you have any tips for painting short, flat black hair? I'm not sure how to highlight it or make it interesting because it's so short. Black hair is always tricky. You want it to be black, and therefore you don't want to highlight it much, because if you highlight it too much, it's going to look gray, or whatever color you highlight it with. So I think you have to use a little bit, just like a little tiny bit of gray. Just a little bit of gray should look like black highlights. Maybe even go with like a tiny bit of light gray. Just a little bit. It'll kind of look like the glisten. You kind of got to get like the Ricky Ricardo look. Like really slick, lots of grease. And Ferguson, wait, Marines bring 6 now? Primaris Marines bring 6. Regular Tactical Marines would bring 7. And presumably, Chaos-Based Marines are going to be 7. Death Guard are now 6. I guess, though, Thousand Suns are still at 5? I need to reread the rules for Thousand Suns.
Check those keywords.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would assume so. I mean, they just came out with a special...
It's true.
Special thing, too.
Mm-hmm. 5. Now I'm on to my Steel Legion. Ooh.
Go, Steel Legion.
Mm-hmm.
Flipping to 288. Squig kill team.
Yeah!
I would accept that as well. That would also be fine. That is also allowed. I do think I would like Grot kill team more at this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you combine them into this, both. That'd be also fine. I would accept that. Legendary kill streak. Warp Coven can bring 6.
Ah, neat. Okay, so they already got their bump. It'll be interesting to see if the one extra body helps out the Space Marines enough. Because they're okay, but it's a little tough, especially against like teams like or commandos and stuff that have a really easy time dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Especially with that rocket launcher, right?
Oh my god. Should we get into that? Well, we played our game. It was Jay versus myself. Sean was sitting out.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say it was insanely close. I had 4 points, and you had, what, 18?
18, yeah.
It's a really close game.
The Sisters Novitiates?
Yeah, you played the Novitiates. I played Orc Commandos. And I quickly lost a ton of boys.
Yeah.
And which was bad. And then because my positioning was not that great. And then towards the end of the game, though, there were some opportunities to maybe I wasn't going to win, but I could kind of negate some points potentially. And I had my rocket launcher still available and up. And so I had a pretty beautiful clear shot, and I rolled my dice, and I completely whiffed.
Twice.
One time. Well,
wasn't it with Overwatch 2?
Yes, and then I got to do it again with Overwatch. Of course, it's a lot harder with Overwatch, but still, completely just 1s and 2s and 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Just not even close. And it was very sad.
Yeah, that missile, and historically, that missile launcher has done very well for you.
It has done very well. Yes. So I do. I believe it was Flimbo the Dude, actually, somebody who's often on our streams, took the rocket launcher and got rid of it and turned it into a normal commando. And I do understand why you would maybe do that, because it is pretty swingy being a 4-up.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else can really do some work, and you can really count on it. But that you kind of can't.
Although 4-up Daka, helps a little bit too.
Yeah, but you gotta go 6.
You gotta get a 6.
But obviously, I wasn't able to. Do
Yeah.
that. It was pretty difficult.
Christian Ariza, what do you think was in Sherlock's pipe? Tobacco? Wrong. It was opium. Crack pipe.
Probably.
My sisters
I would
novitiates
agree.
did very well. They actually got into close combat, which is the big game changer. Also, my flamers didn't die instantly like they did in the last game.
Yes. I didn't know they were flamers, and that's why I would have made sure that they died immediately. I was like, those are some weird looking guns.
Mm-hmm.
And they were.
Mm-hmm.
They were some weird looking guns. Yep. But it sounds like, obviously we have to see what happens. But it sounds like there's going to be a little rematch between Orc Commandos versus Sisters this next week. But Sean will be playing the Orc Commandos.
Has
So
he
that's
played
gonna
the
be really
Has he
exciting.
played the Commandos before?
I do not believe so.
I don't think so either. Yeah, that should be interesting. Because our Commandos can be a very, very strong team.
Yes. Oh yeah.
My sisters, they're not tough. 7 wounds versus 10 wounds. Almost no good shooting versus lots of good shooting.
Sean, J1, amazing.
Yeah! Woo! Embrace the Death Watch meta. It'll be interesting. Because the Death Watch are going to get an even bigger bump because their warrior comes with special issue ammunition and a power sword. So pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
VJ95 metal models need to be washed first, right? I don't think so. I've never washed a metal model. Sometimes I think metal can be more temperamental, so maybe it might not be a bad idea to give it a wipe with some rubbing alcohol just to get your fingy oil off of it. But I don't think you have to with resin models. Resin models actually come greasy. You got to get that grease off of there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ferguson. God damn it! Now I gotta need a 6th intercessor for my team. I know I have to build some models too. Can you have an all Squig Warcry team? I don't know. I don't think so. But I don't know.
I don't know anything about Warcry except that it exists.
Sujan Farron, I hope for a neat scout kill team outside of the Compendium, maybe with the Space Wolves. Maybe. I feel like Compendium scouts are still pretty good. 10 models, 3s to hit, sniper rifles, bolters, shotguns, camo cloaks, silent weapons, 2 missile launchers. I feel like the scouts are already doing pretty good. Radium Minis, how many Grots do you need to make a Grot kill team work? Unfortunately, you can't do an all Grot kill team. The best you can do is a Greenskins kill team, which is Orcs, with 4 Grots. I don't know if you should take 4 Grots, but you definitely can.
And you definitely should.
Onion, what is needed for a Grey Knight's kill team? 5 Grey Knight Strike Squad? Is that what they're called? Strike Squad guys? I think probably the best loadouts. Can Grey Knights? No, Grey Knights are their own thing. I don't think Grey Knights got a bump for an extra guy. But you need 5 Strike Squads. I would suggest giving them all Falchions and Stormbolters. I think the heavy weapons are situational, but I think the double tapping with Stormbolters and their awesome close combat weapons are going to do a little bit better. Saint Anger, do you think that Kill Team is a more solidly designed game mechanically than 40k? Oh God, yes. I mean, they're very different games. One is a small skirmish game, and the other one is a giant army game. There's just so much more. Right. There's just so many more things in Big 40k than in Kill Team. But yeah, I think Kill Team is great. It plays a lot quicker. Things happen a lot faster. It's alternate activation, which is what everybody who hates 40k out there, that's their mantra. Alternate activation, alternate activation. Alternate activation is the greatest thing ever invented in the world. But it is nice because you go and then your opponent moves a model, and then you move a model and your opponent moves a model. So it does help and make the game more interesting and engaging.
Yes, because it can be a little lame to just wait for your
turn
friend to finish. Yeah. But also, like, there's moments where it's like, God, I wish, like, if I could go right now, I would have done this and that and this. But now you just get to steamroll me for a whole turn while I can't do anything about it. Where with Kill Team, it feels like you can kind of recorrect. Although, like, if you don't see stuff, you feel like a huge idiot.
Yeah, if you just did the wrong thing. Like, you did your move, and you're like, okay, I think that was a good move. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, I should have taken that out, and I totally could have just killed that guy right there. And
where, like, in 40k, you kind of justify it.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I mean, I had to wait an hour. I was eating chips. It was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Aquino Canones. Jay, Granate's got an extra guy. Nick,
Ooh,
tell him. Granate's got an extra guy.
Oh, sweet. That's great then. Yeah, Granates are OP now. I'm going to say it. I don't know if they're OP, but they're very good. I mean, if you have the Falchions and the Stormbolters, you reroll all hits when you're shooting, and you reroll all misses. Rerolling hits would be bad. Rerolling all misses when you're shooting, and you reroll all misses when you're fighting. That's pretty darn good. It basically means you'll never miss.
You gotta get a Granite Kill Team put together.
No, but oh God, I have so many. So many kill teams. So little time.
Sean should do it.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
You hear that, Sean? I don't think he's on this.
No, I don't think so.
Unfortunately, we should make fun of him. Sean is silly. Destroyed.
Wait, Rose, good evening, everyone. Today I managed to spill an entire bottle of Tamiya Extra Thin onto my workbench, took off all of the print on my cutting board, but I miraculously missed all the plastic. That's great. Did you leave the house and you're currently at a hotel? God, can you imagine the smell?
Team. Yeah, God, yeah. You have like a team of in the hazmats.
Yeah. Yeah. Open all the windows and maybe get a fan. It's gonna be rough. Dab it up with some paper towel and then throw away the paper towel in the outside garbage.
Mm-hmm. And then let somebody else explode it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't light any candles. I was just about to check. Yeah, it's very flammable.
Yeah. There's acetone in it, I believe.
Yeah.
That's really what makes it fun. That's also what probably removed those markings.
Yeah. Saint Anger, I don't even think you need to wash resin. I've never had trouble priming resin. Then it's all the same. I don't know. I just put together some resin models today that felt a little slick. It could depend on the type of primer you use. It could be like rattle can primer is pretty aggressive, so it might be able to cut through. Steve, when did they update the Kill Team Compendium rules? They updated a few of them today. There was a one-page thing that changed just a few of the rules for the compendium.
A paragraph in total.
Yes.
If you condense everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was very, very interesting.
Evan Darling, does anybody know whether Agrax Earthshade or Reichland Fleshshade is better for painting a light brown High Fleet Kraken? Probably Reichland Fleshshade is going to be better because Reichland Fleshshade has a lot of red in it, and usually High Fleet Kraken has kind of a very reddish tinge to their bone-colored bodies. Agrax Earthshade is very dark and very brown, and I think that would just give you kind of brown skeleton-looking models. Reichland Fleshshade. That would be my my choice. I think Ninjan not too long ago did a video painting High Fleet Kraken Tyranids, and he didn't use Reichland Fleshshade, but he watered down a red paint, and it looked really good, which is essentially what
cool.
Reichland Fleshshade is. That was his Puppets War video, which it's cool that Puppets War cheated on us with
yeah.
I'm sure some might argue that he had his video was first, but
Yeah, don't even get me started with Mini Wargaming cheating on us. I mean, they cheated on us with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a polyamorous relationship. Love it. DJ95. Plastic cement burns your tongue. Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh! Don't put it in your mouth. Piece of bread. I'm painting a Grey Knight Justicar right now. Ooh. Are you gonna give him the Demon Hammer? I'm tempted to give mine the Demon Hammer. I think it's barely better than the Falchion point for point, but it does do like a redonkulous amount of damage per hit. But I don't know if a redonkulous amount of damage per hit is better than almost guaranteeing you'll land all of your still really good hits. James Styles, just Dreadnoughts. I don't care if it's overpowered. Dreadnought kill team, 8 of them.
Yes, I like it.
Jackson Leverens, do you run your Liquitex white paint through your airbrush, or do you use the thinner hobby paint when airbrushing white? I'll put the Liquitex white paint through my airbrush, or the Liquitex. I don't put the Liquitex titanium white through the airbrush. I tried it once and it didn't really work. I probably could thin it perfectly for the airbrush, but usually I just use white ink, or I'll use white primer through the airbrush. Champ Styles, I first experienced alternate activation in Star Wars Legion, and I gotta say, I definitely prefer it. Yeah! I remember one of the very first things I ever did in Star Wars Legion, in my test game with Sean, I forgot that my model only had 2 activations, and so I had my AT-RT run up in front of him, and then aim his gun, and then I forgot that was both my activations, so he just had to sit there.
Whoopsies.
Mm-hmm. VJ95J, you inspired me to do a bunch of kill teams. Yeah! Bunch of kill teams!
Kill team. I cannot wait for a Knackman.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw some rumors today on the price. And it looks like it's going to be 15% more. Or not 15%, 5% more, which is a lot when it's an expensive box.
So is it going to be 180? 185?
I saw 190. But again, it was a rumor.
What?
It was a rumor.
190? Because Chalnath was 175?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Cliff on Doodad 88. $400. I think that's probably
okay.
close.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds right.
Yeah. good that we have a lot of people working on all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Flipna Doodad 88. Sean needs to assemble and paint on stream so we can judge him. Yeah!
Boom. Yes. He. I mean, he doesn't build that much and paint that much. He definitely doesn't paint very much.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not necessarily his thing.
Captain
His
Howdy
thing
9
is winning. That's what his thing is.
Yes, it is. Captain Howdy 91. The Tyranid Combat Patrol looks nice. Yeah, it's very gaunt heavy.
Gaunts.
Yeah, which I guess is good because you're probably gonna need a lot of gaunts. I think it's probably better than the last Start Collecting they had, which was kind of full of models that you might not want. I think it was Gene Stealers, a Brood Lord, and the Turvagon, or not a Turvagon, a Trigon. And not everybody wants the Trigon. That was like the big ticket item. And the new one comes with Warriors, which you're definitely going to want Warriors, you're definitely going to want Gaunts, and you're definitely going to want the Swarm Lord / Flying Hive Tyrant. So yeah, it does a good box. I think I might be tempted to pair it with Turvagon so that you can spawn in more Termagants. Wargame Ramble, is Jay eventually going to have one of every possible type of kill team? Yes! Yes, I am!
You're even gonna like rebuy, like you're gonna buy the commandos separately, and you're gonna get that Pathfinder upgrade sprue.
Well, I'm gonna build. Yeah, I'll have between us. We'll definitely have one of everything. I'll have 20 kill teams, and Nick will have 3.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I would have half of all of the new boxes, probably, potentially, unless they don't care.
Champ Styles, at least it wasn't with a speeder bike. That compulsory move has lost me many squads. Ooh, did you accidentally compulsory move out of bounds? Because I've definitely almost done that. I find moving vehicles in Star Wars Legion is kind of clunky. Like, kind of really clunky.
You're clunky.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Linku 11. How many models came in Chalnath? 175 seems like a lot, especially when Dominion costs about 180.
Dominion came with what? 40? And Chalnath came with 20.
A little bit more than 20 because of the drones.
A little bit more than
like
20
23.
And terrain. And a kill team board of terrain. And the tan sand cardboard board. I think we're all forgetting that.
We can't forget that.
And it came with the Chalnath rules that should be free online.
Exactly.
Aaron Ferguson, Jay, do Hellblaster bodies work with Intercessor arms? Yes. Yeah, they're all interchangeable. So they're all exactly the same. $15.85. My browser crashed.
Well, it didn't want to browse anymore.
Eagle 11. Dominion had 60. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of orcs.
Yes, a lot of orcs. God, I don't expect another deal like that to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
That was a good box, and then of course you get that big ass rule book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd only expect boxes like that on edition changes.
Yeah, for sure.
GB, I need to matte varnish my minis, but I don't have an airbrush. I'm kind of afraid to use a rattle can because I've heard horror stories. What should I do? Rattle can should be fine. I'd read the instructions on the can and try to follow them to the T. Pick a day that's not too humid. Don't spray in direct sunlight. Should be fine.
Yeah, make sure it's not too cold either.
Yeah, make sure it's not too cold either. The can should tell you the optimum temperature range and everything.
Yeah, and then don't just blast it point blank.
Yeah.
Probably bad. And usually says the recommended distance away.
Mhm.
Probably stick to that.
RK009, are the Grots any good in Kill Team? Yes, I definitely think they are. 2 boys. You trade 1 Orc boy for 2 Grots, and you can trade 2 boys for 4 Grots. I don't think that's the move. I think just trading 2 is enough. Or just trading 1 boy for 2 Grots is enough, but I think there would make excellent, just, leave them behind, let them hide on objectives, maybe try to keep them alive for late game, just being a body on the field. Because usually by turn 3 or 4, most everything is dead. You're just trying your best, and I think that's when the Grots would really shine.
Yep. You're just hobbling along.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, God, I wish I had 2 just bodies to do things. They will never kill anything.
What if you roll 6s?
You know what? If you roll 6s, there's a chance.
Yeah. Is that also true for normal compendium Grots?
I don't know. I'd have to look.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
That is true for the the Commando Grot, which is amazing. It's normal damage 1, and if you get 6s, it's a 4.
Yeah, which is actually acceptable. Like that's Space Marines punch 4 damage, but only on 6s.
It's not that way.
It's not.
It's 1-2.
1-2.
Yeah.
So if
3 attacks, 5 up.
If they get a 6, they're going to be doing 2 damage, assuming that the other person doesn't just block it with their hits.
Mm-hmm.
Or just murder them outright, because how many wounds do they have?
They have 5 wounds.
Yeah, so 1 punch. 1 decent punch will insta-kill a Grot.
I think they should be relatively strong, but you get an extra defense dice when you're with them or something. There's not a lot of things that give you extra defense dice.
No, there is not.
I think that would be fun to add that into the game. Like we played a mission that we have never played before, just randomly, and you got a extra defense dice when you flip the thing, and then if you held the thing at the end of the turn, you got a victory point.
Consecrate ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
And I guess you also get an extra attack as well. It's kind of fun. Burrito Blaster 06, please do a video on the Goff Rockers.
Ooh, I would if I could get a hold of some of those models. I think Squidmar bought some of the last ones in existence.
All right, let's see. They're actually really cheap. You can buy them for $132.
Ah, okay. Yeah, coming right up.
Yeah. Ooh, it's like all United Kingdom stuff. So you're gonna pay out the ass for shipping. Or you can buy them for $163 from Italy. Yeah, that's about it. That's what you got.
BattleBars Tabletop. Hey, goobers. Thank God Tau got balanced, huh? Yeah. That's interesting. Also, BattleBars Tabletop, remember when somebody yesterday was saying that, for sure, Chaos Space Marines were going to be 6 bodies on the field? It's kind of looking like it's going to be 7.
Ooh, hot damn.
Still not confirmed, but that'd be my hunch.
Damn.
Unless somehow all of the special abilities make them as good as Warp Coven, which actually is possible. But if tacticals are going up to 7, I would see that. I would imagine that Chaos Space Marines are also going to go up to 7.
Very exciting.
Howdy 91. Watch, now they're going to give Death Guard extra defense dice. Holy cow, do they not need it?
Yeah. Nope. Death Guard are really fun, though.
Joseph Patton, are Incursors the best Space Marine choice for kill team with the Oculus Carbines and Combat Blades? Yeah, probably. I definitely think there's something to Space Marine Scouts and Death Watch. But yeah, Incursors are pretty darn good if you want normal Space Marines. Although now I want to play regular Tactical Marines with 7 bodies. I really want to know what that's like. Wargame Ramble, but the last Games Workshop financial report said Dominion was their most successful release ever. How could the boxes be floating around at a deep discount? I don't think that's true. How would where would the Games Workshop financial report say Dominion, like specific products, were successful or not? Isn't it usually like?
I've heard Indominus was like the most successful thing that they've made, which I could maybe believe.
Yeah. Which I think, but I don't think that was in a financial report. I think that was what they said on Warhammer Community when they made it made to order.
Yeah. But I don't think Dominion was successful.
No, I don't think so. I think they probably made nearly as many as with Indominus, but this Age of Sigmar is just not as popular.
If you can buy them on eBay for $120 a piece, it was not successful.
Uh-huh.
Captain Howdy 91. I think it said it was the most successful fantasy release. Maybe.
I could believe that.
I could believe that maybe that's true.
Where do you read the financial report?
It's not as popular as 40k. I don't know. Hey.
Primo Zemo J, what's the most you would pay for out of production Games Workshop minis? I'm looking at a great unclean one in the $50-ish range. Usually I won't pay any more than like $30, and that $30 is better be for a really old, really good condition model that's like worth $30. I definitely don't pay big money for retro. Usually you can just wait, and you'll be the right buyer at the right time, because there's no firm prices on anything retro. I've seen stuff go for big money, and then the next week the same model goes for not much.
But how do you win everything, though?
To play with the new stuff that you can just buy?
No. Okay, you can buy Dominion right now, the whole thing, sealed for $126.
Damn!
Right on eBay.
It's a good deal if you want to start one of those armies.
Mm-hmm.
Sternmerk, Jay, will you make a how to play kill team? Probably. You've never done a how to play video? But, we might. RK009, do you recommend using the Runtherd and Gretchen box for the GROT minis? Yeah. I mean, I think it's really kind of your best bet. I guess you can get a couple of Gretchen other ways, like the mech guns and stuff, but yeah, definitely the Runtherd is going to be your cheapest option, and you're going to get a lot. Battlefield tabletop. Death Guard up to 6 bodies, as if Sean needed the help. Yeah. Northern TAC Marines don't get the extra body, unfortunately. No? Maybe I didn't read the paragraph properly enough. Because yeah, if TAC Marines didn't get the extra body, then yeah, they're the worst Space Marine kill team. Sleepy Jester, what size magnets would you recommend for an Imperial Knight? 1.5 millimeter by 6 millimeter. It's the perfect size for the arms. I wouldn't magnetize the body. I've seen a lot of people magnetize like the torso and legs. Nah. You're going to need such a big honking magnet and you're probably going to knock it over.
Michael Morales, $50 shipping. If you're talking about that Dominion, it's free shipping. $126. You can get there's 3 available.
Woo!
How many were we buying, folks?
Joseph Patton, all my friends keep giving me their Stormcast from Dominion and Extremis boxes. I have so many of the Spear guys. Ooh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think the Spear guys are really good, rending on all their weapons, a lot of wounds. I mean, that's a good thing to have in your army. Jason, they mentioned it when they said they were bringing squads back. Oh, okay, so it's a sure thing then. Mudgetsu, I played Krieg against my friend's Tactical Marines, and I got squished. Ooh, interesting. Sounds like your buddy's pretty good.
God damn.
Shauna Gamblin, instead of saying it's not allowed and illegal, I think Games Workshop should make their own 3D printable bits and minis. They never will. There's no money in it. Also, 3D printing is very, very popular in the miniature community. It's not that popular. It's not the majority. It's probably not even half. And it's not that easy or cheap. It's pretty easy, and in a way it's very affordable, but yeah. I mean, and here's the thing, like, you know, if people are going to buy some Intercessor Space Marines for $50, are people going to be willing to pay $50 for STLs of 10 Space Marines? Because I'm guessing they're probably going to be like, well, no, if they're STLs, I'm only willing to spend maybe $5. And then I'm going to share it with 10 friends. So, yeah, I definitely don't think that they're going to make their own 3D printable bits or minis.
So, why do you hate 3D printing so much?
It's the worst.
Melonhead Bernie, time is money. Not wrong.
If the new cast Space Marines are 7 bodies, you can publicly shame me. If anything, I think today reinforces the idea that the Marines will never go behind 6 bodies. Behind 6 bodies, behind 6 bodies. Past 6 bodies? Champ Styles, the one retro model that is a guilty pleasure of mine is the OG Screamer Carnifex. Yeah, that model is pretty dope.
Champ Styles, but Jay, according to Gamza, you can print a Manta for only 5 cents.
That is true. That is what he says. Flip that dude at 88. Tabletop Skirmish has a really good series on playing Kill Team. I'll have to check that out. Games Workshop's video is like fine, but weirdly confusing and bad.
Yeah. Jason M. The only way Games Workshop would do 3D printing is they sell you a printer that only prints what you pay for, pay per print.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much. Yeah, that would be how it has to work. If I had $1 for every comment of somebody with a 3D printer patting themselves on the back, I haven't bought a Games Workshop Mini in 20 years now that I have my printer. Games Workshop should be scared because now I got this 3D printer. When I saw Games Workshop increased their prices, I got myself a 3D printer. Uh-oh, Games Workshop said that. 3D printer go bird. 3D print people love to talk about their 3D printers.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, I was 3D printing something the other day, and I think where it really excels the most is adding things to the stuff that you already have, like the epic basing stuff. I designed little snorkels for my orcs and 3D printed little snorkels, and that was really fun and cool. Little basing bits that you can design yourself.
I would never use little basing bits that are 3D printed. I would never in a million years.
Exactly.
By the way, Epic Basing provided these bits that are on these lovely bases, these wonderful bunny ear cactuses that look amazing.
Mm-hmm. They certainly do.
Heron Hammertoe Personal, how many Dominions do you need to play a tournament? I don't know. It depends on the tournament.
Cake demanded, as someone that runs a business selling 3D printed stuff, I constantly buy Games Workshop minis.
Yeah, and there's no problem with 3D printing your models, and there's no problem with buying your models from Games Workshop.
And there's no problem with doing both.
Yeah.
Steve, how do you know someone has a 3D printer? Don't worry, they will tell you.
Yes, they will. Matthew Hogton, why do you use your finger as a palette and not further up your hand? You have a larger space and away from the mini. Then I used to use the palm of my hand, and that was a bad idea. Yeah, the palm is kind of hard to reach. I use the finger because it is so close to the model. It's like right there.
I guess the worry is that you might get that fingy paint onto the model, but you don't.
You might.
That's the trick.
You really won't. It also should dry within a couple seconds, so there's really not much danger. And I don't just don't overly handle the model. Legionnaire number 5 is Kiltim a good intro to playing 40k. I just broke out and brought my first box of minis, Space Marines. I'd say yes and no. I think it's a great way to get playing in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. I think it's maybe a better game, but it's completely different rules. Completely different rules. So you can definitely put together some armies, you can put together some models, but once you want to make the switch into big 40k, you're going to have to learn all different rules.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, comments. Any Crimson Stormblades?
My comments.
Had my first electrolysis appointment this evening, and in a word, ouch. Also, hey everyone. Aaron Gretz, fun update. Amazon lost my Chaplain Grimaldus, got refunded, showed up a week later today. Freebie! Nice! You should report that to the seller and then return it. That would be the right thing to do, right?
That's hilarious. What a cute idea that you just said right there.
Flipnet288. Games Workshop is so scared of 3D printers that they raise their prices. Oh yeah, I can guarantee it. They would have raised those prices even if there was no such thing as a 3D printer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Captain 1991. 3D printer guys are worse than the Honda Civic kids sometimes.
Because of all of this and making fun of people that own 3D printers, I'm gonna throw out all my 3D printers. So everyone will accept me again.
Yeah. God, we 3D print in almost every video.
Yeah, we do, especially recently. I do think it's fun that people ask us.
Mm-hmm.
I know not everybody watches all the videos, but
Yeah.
I do. So everyone should know what I know.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you for a fact, this Wednesday, no 3D printing in the video. There's none of it.
Mm-hmm.
For a fact. You can believe what I'm saying right now.
I mean, I wouldn't put money down, but...
Ah, weird. Melonhead Bernie, too bad they can't 3D print a girlfriend. I'm sure many have tried. I haven't, though.
No, I know for a fact that they do, because I'm on a bunch of 3D printing Facebook groups, and the number of big titty Harley Quinns I see people printing...
Yeah.
Champ Sales. Let's talk about 3D printing and The Last Jedi. Stir the pot a bit. Oh, The Last Jedi. I rewatched the throne room fight scene again today. It's cool. I like when they swing the swords.
They swing those swords around.
Jason Grunberg, what is the difference between contrast and base Citadel paint? Contrast paint is a technical paint. It's kind of like a thick wash. It's meant to go over a light color, like light gray or white, and tint everything, and then make the recesses dark. Base paint is just regular old acrylic paint. Aaron Grit, Angry Joe from Twitch/YouTube has his head 3D printed for his Angry Space Marine army. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know Angry Joe was into Warhammer. He nailed it, calling himself Angry Joe, because now he can name every review for movies and video games Angry Review, and that gets the clicks. Genius. Mm-hmm. Even if he likes it a lot, people click on it. They're like, "Oh, is this guy gonna hate this thing that I like? I'm gonna be mad." And he likes it.
Yep. Love.
Mm-hmm.
Take the Bandit. As a patron that has full access to the week's schedule, firmly believe Nick.
Spicy Ramen, building some Tau Stealth battle suits. It's a great kit. I just put together 2 of those boxes. I think it's an okay kit. There's a lot of mold lines and a lot of little repair work. It's an older plastic kit, but it does look great once it's done.
Sean, 3D printer folk and non-smoker. They just keep wearing you down with their propaganda. Absolutely amazing. And with that, that's 10 o'clock right there.
Oh my goodness, it really flew by.
I know. We had a lot of chats.
Yeah.
It's always a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, folks, we had a video out today. We have 3 more videos coming out this week. 1 on Wednesday, 1 on Friday, and of course a Patreon exclusive episode on Saturday, which is going to be a community critique where our Patreon members post photos of their miniatures and we viciously attack them. And maybe give them some input on what they can do better. We also have our Patreon-only live stream after the normal live stream on Friday. And you can actually call in and chat with us and with all the other nerds that are part of the Patreon. And that's always a lot of fun. But we're back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. So join us for that.
Alrighty, everybody. Good night.